everybody. Today we've got our VW022 offset style solid body guitar kit. We call this our JG style. And we'll run through what you get in the box with this guitar kit. So first, as we look through the body, this is an alder body. We have a preloaded pick guard. One thing you'll notice, the cavity is completely routed rather than just for certain pickups. So the configuration that comes is a single coil humbucker. But if you wanted to change to a different pickup configuration, it's already routed for anything to accommodate anything you might need. So we have our SSH with a 5-way switch, and a lot of this is already pre-wired. We have, I'll go through that in a second. The neck is a single piece maple rosewood fretboard. Frets are filed and dressed, leveled at the factory. Dual action truss rod pre-installed. The fretboard does hang over the body just a little bit. That's by design. And on this one, most of our solid body guitars just have a big paddle headstock, but this model, for whatever reason, comes from the factory shaped in this shape. Each one of these is matched at the factory to have a good snug fit. So as we put this in, I'm going to slide this pick guard out for a moment. As we slide this in, you can see the fit of the neck. We've got a nice even fit all around, and it's nice and snug right from the factory. And you can see where that fretboard overhangs the pick guard actually slightly. As we look at the hardware, first we have our neck plate and plastic backing plate, along with some setup strings, an output cord with a few extra Allen wrenches, one for the truss rod, and then a couple more that are adjustments for the bridge. And the bridge is a little bit unique. We'll look at that in just a second. We have our pre-wired control plate with master volume and 2 tones. And for the wiring this guitar kit, we have the wiring diagrams available. You basically only have a few connections to make. This single wire is for your bridge ground, and then these others go through and get wired to the switch, to various positions on the switch, as well as a ground wire for the control panel. So there's 4 solder connections to make to the switch, and then your bridge ground, and that's it. Very, very minimal wiring on this guitar kit. We have our 6 inline style tuners, our cover plate for the back of the guitar. We have our hardware pack that includes a bridge claw and springs, 2 posts. We'll look at that for a second on how this bridge connects. Our neck screws, strap knobs, tuner bushings, string tees, and screws for the pick guard. That reminds me, on most of our solid body guitars, really anything that has a pick guard, what we do is we do not drill the pilot holes for the pick guard into the body by design. The holes are in the pick guard, but not in the body. And the reason for that is, like I said, you might choose a different configuration. You might want a different color. You might want a different material. Matching this pick guard shape exactly is going to be pretty tricky. So we don't drill those just in case you want to do a different pick guard. You won't be married to the holes that are already in the guitar body. So if you do use our stock pick guard, or whatever pick guard you decide to use, we do recommend going through drilling those pilot holes before you start using the screw, just to make sure you don't have any wood splitting or any other problems like that. The last piece I wanted to show is this bridge. Excuse me. We get a lot of questions on this bridge, and it is a little bit unique. And right out of the box, I would say 10% of the time we get emails saying, hey, my bridge is broken because there's a spot here for the post and there's nothing here. It's not broken. Maybe you like the style, maybe you don't, but it is the way it's designed to be. So it's got a block that goes through, similar to an SD style guitar kit with the springs and the bridge claw that works the same way. Oh, and we have our arm for the tremolo here in our output cable bag as well. However, the way this works is where ST guitar style kits usually have several 5 or 6 screws that go across, and then it just kind of uses that tension to pivot against those. This one just rocks against these 2 posts. And there's a notch for this post, and there's a little divot right here for the other post. I don't know why it's this shape. I don't know if there's a reason for that, or it's just how they're made, but that's not broken. That is how it's supposed to be. The second post will just sit right here against this little cutaway, and it'll work great. So wanted to call that out in case you get this guitar kit and say, hey, it's broken. But it'll just sit right here and there, sit against your 2 posts. The springs will offset the tension of the strings, and you'll be all set to go. So this is the VW022 offset body build your own electric guitar kit from Vibeworks Guitars.